When a practice submits a medical claim and it comes back denied, the immediate reaction is usually to scrutinize the coding. Practice managers look for a missing modifier, or they blame a difficult payer for holding up the process. But if we trace the data, the source of the problem usually occurs before the patient ever walks in the door. This diagram breaks down claim denials. Notice this slice. 27% stem directly from pre-visit eligibility errors. Every single error carries a steep price tag. Factoring in rework, appeals, and delayed payment, the average cost per denied claim hits $285. Let's run that math for a standard practice processing 1,200 claims a month. A typical denial rate means you are looking at roughly 35 claims requiring rework every single month. That is nearly $900 in pure administrative waste, completely separate from the actual clinical revenue that you might never recover. The financial damage is locked in long before the medical coder ever opens the patient's chart. The revenue leak is a pre-visit failure. The reason this happens consistently at volume comes down to front desk capacity. Your front office staff spends a quarter to a third of their entire day just navigating automated phone systems and wrestling with fragmented payer portals. Squeezed between checking in patients and answering ringing phones, a standard manual verification takes 5 to 7 minutes. Because the process is rushed, the human error rate in manual data entry sits between 15 and 20%. Look at this side-by-side comparison. According to the CAQH Index, moving from manual to electronic verification saves an average of 12 minutes per transaction. Across a busy week, that gap represents dozens of hours of staff time consumed by slow, manual lookups. You also have a severe staffing complication. Right now, 53% of medical group leaders report struggling to find qualified candidates. Every time an experienced front office worker leaves, all their specialized knowledge about payer quirks and portal logins walks out the door with them. Insurance verification requires highly specialized knowledge. Treating it as an interchangeable secondary task for an overworked front desk guarantees systemic revenue loss. Industry data points to a clear operational habit that fixes this problem. According to MGMA data, practices that systematically re-verify eligibility on the actual service date reduce claim denials by 43%. The roadblock for most clinics is the cost of executing that. Hiring an in-house specialist whose only job is to handle that double verification costs between $55,000 and $75,000 a year. To bypass that cost constraint, modern practices are removing the verification workflow from the local front desk entirely. They are assigning it to dedicated outsourced teams like Staffingly. This architecture graphic shows the integration. The dedicated, HIPAA-trained team works natively inside your existing EMR, like Epic or Athena. There is no screen share lag or workaround software. They use the same setup your staff uses, bypassing the local front desk entirely. By removing this task from the local office, the capacity constraint disappears. Best practices like double verification happen systematically, and your on-site staff can focus entirely on the patients physically standing in front of them. Because a dedicated specialist focuses on one single task all day, they catch the edge cases. They spot suspicious coordination of benefit scenarios, and they catch the mid-year plan changes that usually trigger a 60-day chase for payment. Here is the workflow tree showing how patient data is sorted. An AI system automatically categorizes incoming verification tasks based on urgency and complexity. Before submission, an automated audit checkpoint scans the data, instantly blocking incomplete records from moving to the billing phase. The human layer overseeing this automated workflow isn't general administrative staff. They are AAPC and AIMA credentialed specialists who bring a level of coding and billing expertise rarely found at a standard check-in window. Combining that precise AI triage with specialized human oversight drops the verification error rate below 1%. It neutralizes the root cause of eligibility denials before they can happen. This chart compares the financial impact of both models. On the left, the $75,000 loaded cost of an in-house specialist. On the right, a dedicated Staffingly seat costs $399 per week, roughly $20,700 a year. Handling patient insurance data requires strict security protocols. This setup operates under SOC Type 2 and ISO 27001 standards, uses encrypted VPN protocols, and requires a signed business associate agreement to be in place before day one. The implementation takes exactly 14 days. Secure EMR access is established within 48 hours, followed by practice-specific protocol training, and daily quality reviews begin during the very first week of the pilot. After that initial 14-day window, the service operates month to month. You can scale the number of dedicated seats up or down with just 30 days' notice, based on your exact patient volume. Fixing your eligibility revenue leak does not require a massive multi-month IT overhaul. It is a plug-and-play operational upgrade that immediately protects your bottom line. Stop the leak